Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Me and Jack were just having a discussion in the car about what really were the key principles that took our Amazon business from the £10,000–20,000 a month all the way to the £100,000 per month mark, and just reflecting on our journey really. So just thought it was a perfect opportunity to pull out the camera and just do a quick video for you guys about what the key principles are that helped us scale, and hopefully you guys can get some value from it too. So just for some context, I started my Amazon FBA business around about 3.5–4 years ago now, and I started from my bedroom as a side hustle like most people do. Fast forward to today, where we have a team of 6 or 7 different members of staff. We have a full warehouse manager, warehouse team, full commercial premises, and a multi-7-figure per year Amazon FBA wholesale business. So while we were having a discussion in the car a moment ago, we came to the conclusion that there was 4 key principles that allowed us to scale to the 100K per month mark so quickly. So those were, first of all, is delegation. Second of all is your ability to find great deals that are profitable, long-term and sustainable. The ability to raise capital and raise finance in a sustainable way. And then finally is the implementation of different systems and different processes that allow you to have a great infrastructure and actually allow you to scale the business effectively. Number 1 is delegation. So you need to get good at what we call spending your time on the high value tasks. So within any business, there is mainly what we call high value tasks and low value tasks. So in the context of an Amazon FBA business, a wholesale business specifically, the low value tasks will consist of packing and scheduling the shipments, any admin work, and just really tasks that anybody can complete with no real skill or experience. Whereas the high value tasks are mainly focusing on finding great deals and building new and key accounts and key relationships with your suppliers to ensure longevity, raising funds within your business so that when you can actually find the great deals, you can actually fund these. And then finally, getting the right systems and processes in place to build the infrastructure within your business so that when you find the great products, you have the money to buy them, you can actually facilitate the increase in throughput within the business. So number 2 is your ability to find great deals. So what I mean by this is actually developing the skill set of having an eye of exactly what to look for, making sure that the barrier to entry is right, making sure that the sustainability on the listing is going to be good, making sure that all of the validation and the due diligence that you can do on a listing is done, and really making sure that you're getting good at negotiating, because actually being able to find the right kind of listings, negotiate with the suppliers, correspond with the suppliers. Getting good at that, you will find yourself with an abundance of deals, and you will very quickly get to a point where you run out of cash flow. And it's at that point, once you get great at finding deals, you can then move on to skill number 3, which is actually raising the capital in the business. So what we mean by this is raising money from private investors, institutional investors, banks. Maybe you might take an Amazon loan, just actually raising money within the business to fund these deals, and actually getting good at allocating the capital, diversifying the risk, and this is going to have a direct impact on how far and how fast you are actually able to scale the business. Now, most people's biggest bottleneck within their Amazon FBA wholesale business is actually capital and financing the business. Amazon is a very capital intensive business, and without the right kind of investors on board or without the right kind of funding, you will quickly get to a bottleneck where you are constantly in a cash flow deficit. You don't actually have enough to pay yourself a sufficient wage. On paper, you may make £10,000, £20,000, £30,000 a month in profit. However, you will often find yourself with actually £5,000, £10,000, £15,000, £20,000 in the bank, which is not enough to pay yourself a sufficient wage. So you need to get good at raising capital, allocating the capital correctly, and building the infrastructure within your business. And this is going to have a direct impact on not only how far you can scale the business, but actually how much you are able to make use of the profits and actually be able to enjoy the profits and not just see them tied up in products all the time. Which leads me on to skill number 4, which is the final one, which is implementing a system and process. Now, I think this is the one that most people actually overlook within their business and don't really know how to tackle it properly and implement the right systems. They don't really know what systems are, they don't really know how to implement them, they don't really know how to create them and what the benefits are. And I feel like the Majority of the Amazon industry, especially wholesale, is taught as a side hustle, and not enough people teach it as an actual business. So a lot of people will start Amazon FBA with the idea that they're going to get financially free, they're going to get freedom, they're going to get time and location freedom, when what actually ends up happening is they are location tied and they don't have the right system in process, they don't have the right people on board, and what ends up happening is they simply just get tied down to the job, tied down to the business, and they just end up getting a really high paying job, which is great. But if your ultimate goal is time and location freedom, then this is really not the way to run it. And it ends up being more like a sole trader than an actual business. So to combat this problem, you need to get the correct people on board and you need to implement the correct systems and processes. So you need to remove yourself from the business as much as possible and make sure that as much of the business can run without you being there on a day-to-day runnings, and you just want to oversee the business as much as possible. Now, this won't just happen overnight, and it's not something that you can just turn on and off. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication to actually implement these systems, implement these processes, and get the right people on board. But it definitely is possible to remove yourself from majority of the day-to-day runnings in the Amazon business like we have in ours. So if you are an Amazon wholesale seller in the UK doing anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30k a month in revenue, check out the link in the description. We've put together a free training video that deep dives down into these core principles in much more detail about how you can scale your business to 100k a month. And then there is the option to book in a call with either me or my team to see how we can help you further in your Amazon journey. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.